Hello, welcome to your message for July 10th to the 11th. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Roles may be reversed, and I could be speaking to crosswatchers. Welcome if you're new here, welcome back if you're returning. I've got a brand new deck for you guys today. I've had this deck before, but it's been a very long time since I have had this deck. It is the Modern Witch Tarot. One of my favorites. I love the colors, the vibrant pictures, and the animation is beautiful. I also had the new Cozy Witch Tarot that we used yesterday as well. We'll see what deck we'll use for tomorrow. Archangel Michael, please allow me to see clearly, hear clearly, know clearly. Most important messages of love and light. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you, Guardian Angels. And thank you to those who are here joining me. Let's get started on your message for July 10th to the 11th. Your sun, your moon, your rising or Venus may be present in this message. It may be how the message could be coming across or playing out in your chart. We'll see what the message has to say today. Five of Wands. These all look like people that know each other. They all look kind of the same. They all dress kind of the same here. They look like they're all kind of in school. They're not actually hurting each other, but they're doing things that are not necessarily benefiting each other. They're challenging each other. They're intimidating each other. It's just a lot of arguments and drama. Got Nine of Pentacles. Wow, this person looks like they've put a lot of time and effort into something. They've definitely seen the rewards of something, and they're definitely they're in a harvest right now. Wow, okay. So someone could be just not even paying attention to the difficulties or the arguments or the rough times in a situation and really just kind of feeling blessed with what they currently have at this time, which is brilliant. You might not be in the same boat as another or vice versa. The High Priestess. Okay. This is all about going inward and listening to your intuition. I do feel like you're leaning on your intuition at this time, and it is helping you and guiding you, and you're also very resourceful with this. You have very strong morals that keep you upheld. I feel like in other decks, this moon is huge. This moon is kind of small and off to the side here. So you could be putting your emotions kind of off to the side, maybe. You could be putting your emotions off to the side and listening to your higher self instead. And that may mean you might keep silent and journal and write things down and maybe blog or script things out instead of just being out there and blurting everything. It would be like almost like writing out the things you want to discuss with your partner ahead of time before getting off track with certain things or bringing things up that don't need to be brought up, stuff like that. So I feel like you're being very stable in how you're thinking, especially when it comes to argumentative energies. King of Wands in reverse. Tower in reverse. Okay. So this tower in reverse card is triggering for sure. Look how the picture's even off center from the printing. Like none of these other cards are like that. None of these other cards are like that. The High Priestess is nice and balanced in the center. Each edge is equal, but the tower just isn't. It's going to trigger so many people. I don't know if all the decks are like this. I only picked the one, but if all of them are in like that in that one printing, what? I don't even think the first time I had this deck it was like that. Either way, whatever it was, it's not going to be like this anymore. It can't be like this anymore. It's very criticizing, it's very condemning and judgmental. It may have been just an utter reaction. Lovers in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, the Hanged One. Someone is trying to decide something here with this Hanged Man here. This Hanged Man energy would be the energy of feeling like, do I stay? Do I go? Do I deserve this? Do I keep hanging on to this? Is it for my highest good or benefit? Is this really what I want to present to the world? Do I need to am I going through this? It's like a crisis. This is a crisis. It's a crisis. So someone's feeling completely empty. This is why they could be just creating arguments out of nowhere because they want some kind of attention, and if not getting any good positive attention, they will do it negatively. Let's see. I feel like the universe made the choice for you if you didn't want to make a particular choice. This would be like the energies of feeling like, I guess you get what you get. You can only make the choice. Like, this would be like buying someone ice cream and they don't like it, but they told you, pick whatever. And the universe is like, well, now what do you want me to do? You asked for ice cream, but you don't like that flavor? This would be like finding out your twin flame is maybe not who you thought it would be. And now you're going through this like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do now. That's how triggering it can be for some of you. Seven of Swords. Well, someone feels taken from, stolen from, hurt, deceived, betrayed. Someone is literally like they're looking back, but they're looking back in resent. They're like, I'm so done with this. Like you're listening to your intuition now. Maybe you were trying to figure it out. You know what? You could have been treated a particular way. You could have been experienced a particular thing, and now your walls are completely down and abolished. The love has turned the back to the situation, but this is almost as if someone could be falling into old ways of doing things, old habits, old spirals of doing things. It would be like fight or flight syndrome instead of facing things calmly head on like an adult, not like a reaction of a child, believing that our this person is going to have the same reaction as everybody else in our life has had and their parents have had. So now we can't even do anything, so we just run. Not for all of you, for some of you. Overall energy of this message for those who are watching, for the collective, July 10th to the 11th. 10 of Wands in reverse, the Devil, Knight of Wands, Two of Pentacles in reverse. Releasing the burden that you're chained to, heading towards what makes you happy, needing a sense of adventure and excitement with this, but it's also part of the coping mechanism. You are attached to something still, even though we want to release the attachment. This could still be a coping mechanism. It's not going to help. This is only going to potentially keep things stagnant in how they are. So the tower moment is saying, oh, okay, so I'm realizing that that can't be the same way anymore. Ace of Swords, cutting the cord, Strength in reverse. It's cutting the cord from old ways of doing things and reactions and behaviors of things. Doesn't mean you have to let go of a relationship. It does make me feel like you're feeling a little deceived around it. You might be Still witnessing, journaling, experiencing this. I feel like it does have a purpose for you. What is the challenge for the collective? July 10th to the 11th, temperance in reverse. So I'm just not feeling right. Now, this not feeling right could be based off of what we think we want versus what is actually compatible with us. Because that would be based off if we are in our highest self or not. Because if we're not in our highest self, we're going to lean towards tendencies that are negative for us, and we may not even know what's best for us. But if we are in our highest self, we will be in more of a value mindset, ethics, like long-term futures. We're calmer, we're more patient. So I do feel like that you're going through a massive shift at this time, but I do feel like with the Seven of Swords, you feel duped. You're like, wow, like I want this true, full, abundant love, and we're just roommates. Let's sign up for that. So there's some changes. King of Cups in reverse. There's a much emotions around this. So that is why Temperance is in reverse. It is keeping you underwater in essence. That means you need more healing. So the water will take all that negative energy away from you, and you can help transmute through your meditation practice at that time. Okay, what is the outcome of this message? Six of Wands in reverse. You're feeling defeated today. Doesn't mean that this is over. The defeat that we're feeling from this is based off of resentment we're feeling from this because we've attached to it. So if we're not so attached to it, it doesn't mean it doesn't doesn't if we don't attach to it, it doesn't define us. They are a part of our life, not our life. How are you feeling about the situation currently? Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is someone that really makes you happy. You're potentially by yourself right now, maybe just kind of waiting for the right offer to make the right offer to you. You've got a lot to show for. This would be like the best tennis player in the world being like, okay, like, how am I going to find somebody to date? Like, you can't play tennis together. It's like one of those things. It's like someone who's super good at something, but just like has a difficult time finding their match because there's such an intimidation based off of expectation. And not for all of you. What is the influences of those around you? Knight of Swords. Okay, great. This person's willing to take action and do things. This person's also very fast moving. They're heading towards you. They're not protecting themselves either. This person is um, vulnerable to you and willing to be vulnerable with you and not trying to protect themselves from you. That's another thing, okay? So, advice from the universe. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Wands, the Moon in reverse. This makes me feel like you're getting really clear on the things that don't work out for you and is not for your best future, but you have the choice and the decision to make your future possible. If something's not working for you, if something's not giving to you or blessing you the way that you need, how are you going to find it? Where are you going to get it? Those are choices you're going to have to make at this time. Okay, so this could be like, well, I'm not getting love from my relationship. Well, is it because I'm supposed to get it from my work? Like, is it because like fan base or um, the clients, they you get your love from that instead? Maybe there's like a different kind of balance of energy that you're receiving from this particular connection instead of what you expected this. So I do kind of see yourself on the more argumentative side of things and feeling like you're duped in this. But if it's not the case, then this is what wants to be known. Okay? What does Archangel Michael have to say from the Sword of Light Oracle? Thank you, Archangel Michael. What is the message for those who are watching for July 10th to the 11th? Thank you. It is almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved, and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. This makes me feel like you're progressing and you're perceiving things on such a higher level than you were before that your highest self is actually able to shine. Now, the zodiac signs that are present here for you in this message today, we got Pisces, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay. Yeah, Neptune energy is present, illusions, things that maybe we didn't quite see before. Same with the moon energy. It's all about our emotions. Mars energy with the tower, destruction, war energy. That is a very powerful emotion, very powerful energy that can move mountains. So I do feel that the what we thought was actually isn't and is now being transformed into what actually it is. We're seeing it for what it is now. What is the wisdom of this message for those who are here today? Building blocks. Okay, so building blocks for you today could be working on something, building something, manifesting. Now it is all about this harvest. You have worked on something, you've built something. You still have to nurture this. You can't forget it. You can't not water your garden and expect a harvest. Okay, so you might be feeling like you can just scroll on your phone, cook all day, go mow the lawn all day and work all day and scroll on the internet and do whatever else and maybe play video games or something and not nurture a relationship or connection and say hi or be passing ships in the night. Like you have to really be intimate with one another and vulnerable. You can't be like, hey, how's your filming going? You have to be like, hey, how are you today? How are you feeling? I loved dinner with you last night. I know we've been having a rough time lately. What would it make what would make what can I do for you that would make things better at this moment so we can find peace together? That would be like sending someone a rose, asking them, I'd be like, holy moly, who are you? Who are you? Building blocks. That's the number 28 card. We're going to find out a little bit more about this building blocks from what the universe wants you to know in regards to the wisdom of this message. Now is the time to address the cracks in the foundations of your life. Is there actual cracks in the foundation? There must be. Perhaps your values have changed and it's time to strengthen your convictions and let go of the things that no longer serve your vision. You have ignored the signs that a situation or agreement you have entered into is not right for you. Remove the rotten pieces and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now is the time for rigorous honesty, for you are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. You'll be so happy when you do. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life, far beyond your imagination. Don't be afraid to replace what's not solid, okay? That may mean just a conversation and a change of behavior and a witnessing who we are within. And we can't change them. We can only change ourselves, okay? That's your message for today. Sending you so much love. If you do need your very own personal reading, feel free to connect with me, emberandfury88@gmail.com. Like this video, subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me here. I will see you when I see you next.